Hi again, everybody. Well, this review is long overdue. I've had this Biolite Kickstarter Edition BaseCamp stove for a number of months now, and I just never had a chance to get a review done on it, so I wanted to get it done because I really have used it a lot, and I really do enjoy it. It's another great product from Biolite. So, like I said, I got the Kickstarter Edition, which means I made some donations when they put the project up on Kickstarter. One of the benefits I got with that was I got this really cool little carrying case that you can buy on their website. I highly recommend the carrying case for keeping the accessories and keeping everything together and keeping the stove clean. So it's a great accessory. It just, since you're doing it after the Kickstarter and the product has been launched, you're going to have to buy that separately. But opening up the case and setting up the stove is really, really easy. Unzip the lid, lift the stove out, and a couple of things that you've got here. You've got the wood rack, and you've got the ash pan, and you got a handy dandy little USB light that you can use if you're cooking after dark. And they've got some fire starters, and then I've got my white lighter. So, in order to set the stove up, it's very, very easy to set up. You can cook at different heights. If you decide that you want to cook on a counter, you could cook with it just like this. If you're cooking on the ground, which we are, there are legs on the bottom here that fold out, which make it a really nice height to cook with, even if helps if I fold all four legs out. There, much more stable. Makes it a great height to cook with even if you don't have anything to cook on. So, to assemble it, you come around here, and the ash pan gets put down here, and then the wood holder goes like this. This allows you to have nice long pieces of wood when you're starting your fire. So their fire starters are really nice, so I'm going to use one of their fire starters in order to get this thing going. You start this just the way you start pretty much any fire. You got to have tinder, kindling, and then fuel. And birch bark makes very, very nice tinder, so I'm going to use that in addition. But start here, I'm just going to light their tinder. I'll set this inside here. And I'm going to take a couple of small pieces of birch bark, put those in here to catch. And then some fine branches here. And some slightly larger branches. This is more of the kindling level. And you can see the fire in there's already taking off. And once I get a little bit of heat in here, that fan will start to take off, and that'll reduce the smokiness of the fire. That's got it going. Once the fire's going, I've got fuel here that I can put in, and I'll slowly add that as we go along. Now, up on top here, I want to quick show you the top of this. they have what they call their boil ring. And depending on how you're cooking or what you're cooking, if you move this lid out of the way, now you've got a direct fire if you want to boil something or if you want to just cook like that. If you're going to be grilling, you slide this back in place, and what this will do is this will deflect the fire so that you heat up the whole grill top. One of the things I really like about this is the fact that you can use longer pieces of wood because you've got the rack here. These are probably 12-inch long pieces of wood, 12 or longer, and yet I can still just add them in here. You just, as they get consumed, you push them in, and it does a real nice job of effectively using the fuel that you're giving it. So while this is heating up, what I'm going to do now is give you some specifications for the Biolite camp stove. First of all, the cooking surface is 13¼ inches in diameter. That gives you a cooking area of 138 square inches, which is about the size of a small grill, but it's very, very flexible, so it's plenty to cook for a group with. As far as charging time, that's one of the big benefits of the Biolite. It does convert the heat into the ability to store energy in the battery here. The heat also creates energy to run the fan. You can't hear it, but there's a fan that's actually blowing into the burning chamber, which is why I'm not getting a lot of smoke off of the grill here. And then in addition, you can charge various items that you have that might work with a USB charger. But as far as charging times, 30 minutes of charging based on a strong fire will give you 5 hours of talk time, 5 hours of video, or roughly 20 hours of audio for an average smartphone. That's based off of what you get on the Biolite website. The battery that's contained within this orange piece here is a lithium-ion 2200 milliamp hour battery. So when this is charged up, you can actually charge your cell phone even if you're not burning a fire. It's designed for solid biomass, which is twigs, firewood, wood chunks, anything that's going to be solid biomass you can burn in this. The output for the USB power is 5 watts at 5 volts. Charging times are going to vary based on the strength of the fire. Now I want to show you one thing on the front of this readout. If you look here, there's 2 indicators. There's a battery indicator. This shows you that the battery is 3/4 charged right now. 3 out of the 4 lights are lit. And the fire, the intensity of the fire is 3 out of 4. So I'm starting to get a good heat on the fire, which is giving me a good charge. And so now that I've got a good fire going, just keep pushing things in here. I think it's about time to make some burgers. So I'm going to plug my phone in while we're doing this. You can hear, my phone just went ding ding and it's showing that it is charging. So I'm going to keep my phone down here. Again, there's not much heat at all down here, so I'm not even terribly concerned about keeping my phone here, but nothing down here is going to melt. And so I've got a couple of different things that we're going to be cooking today. I've got some hot dogs, which are going to go on the grill. Put a couple of hot dogs on. I've got some Johnsonville Grillers burgers. And those are going to go on. A pot of some beans that we're going to cook. Now that we got everything on the grill, I'm going to get everything cooked and charge my phone while we're at it. And we'll be back in a minute and we'll wrap up and we'll show you the results. So, at this point, within about 10 minutes, we cooked a full dinner for both my son and myself. We got some beans, we got 2 burgers, we got hot dogs that all fit on the grill. My phone is charged probably an additional 10%, and that's going to give me some more talk time with absolutely no outside electricity whatsoever. You can see how little smoke there is coming from this grill because of the fan that blows into the combustion chamber. Also, this is the light that I showed you a little bit earlier. This light, all you do to turn it on is just tap it, and the light will come on, and that gives you enough light if you're cooking after dark that you can see what's going on your grill surface. And it's also a USB pass-through because you plug this in and you can still charge something while you're using that light. Well, everybody, that is my review, and my cameraman is hungry and I'm hungry, so we're going to eat some dinner. I think this is a great investment for car camping with just a very small amount of wood. You don't need to worry about carrying charcoal. You can charge your electronics, and it's got a really nice grill size for pretty much whatever you do. Whether you're going car camping or whether you're going tailgating, this will pretty much do it all. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. If you did, please like and favorite the video and subscribe to my channel. As always, have fun, be safe, and hey, take your kids camping. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.